Well, is my camera clean? Have I got a good picture? Let's see. I didn't bring a cloth with me, did I? It looks pretty good. We're about a minute early. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, how are you doing? Hey, Zach, how are you doing? Zach, you'll be able to see me an hour earlier next week. I hope everybody can see me good and hear me good. Is my signal coming through good? I'm switching up cameras a little bit. I've got a 360 camera on me. Oh, I'm feeling pretty good, just a little bit older. Of course, everybody's into a new month now. Hey, Chris, how are you doing? Well, I'm trying. I'm trying to get up and getting around. I'm standing up. I'm almost sitting down. I've got this camera that I'm using that'll track me. It's called a Insta 360 camera, and I'm trying it out on the webcast. I've had it for a while, and I said, well, I'm gonna start using it a little bit better, and I'm gonna use it. And I got my Rode microphone on too. I hope the sound's good. Does the sound good for everybody? I always try to get good sound and good video, and I'm hoping everything's fine. Yeah, that's the way it usually is. Now I can back up a little bit, and you can see if I back up now, the shot widens out a little bit, I would think. It's just when I'm up close, when I'm out like this now, the shop's in focus. It looks like to me. So I'm over here. I can walk over here to the Jeep, and hopefully everybody can still hear me fine because I'm using my wireless mic, so I can get away from the camera a little bit, and I can give some tours of my shop a little bit. Is the reason I was doing this. That way it's like I got a cameraman following me a little bit. Say if I want to go over here and show my lift and everything, I can do that. Or if I want to go all the way back around over here and show this new diesel, I don't know if it'll quite get it, but I got a diesel heater here that we've been putting together in the shop. I can show that and those sort of things. So I think it's pretty neat. You like that, Jamie? Well, good. Yeah, it's a little bit different setup. Like I say, when I get up close, now it's going to blur out it's going to come. Let me get my coat situated there. It'll blur out the background a little bit now, and it'll focus on me. That's the way this thing's set up. And it gives a different perspective, I guess you might say. But I'm enjoying experimenting with some things. I always like to experiment with new equipment, and I've got me another 360 camera that I'm gonna start filming some things with. I like those Insta360 cameras, but this one's a webcam. I've had it a couple of years. They've got even some newer models than what I'm using here, but this one seems to be really good for me. I hope y'all are liking it. And like I said, I hope my signal's coming in good, and I hope my voice is good too. I told Jim that I'm gonna start miking him up and do some things. Yeah, I think I've had this camera. I used to have it over in the other in my trailer over there. I've used it before, but I wanted to start using it out and about because I can get a little bit better perspective on things. And I got to think, I said, well, why not use it while I'm demonstrating something? Use my wireless mic. I can talk. It'll zoom in. It zooms in and out, and it goes right to left. It'll go almost 360. It'll go really about 200 and something degrees. It won't go completely all the way around, but it'll almost do it, and then you can go almost the other way too. So it's pretty good. Audio's good. Well, that's great. That's great. Yeah, the audio should be good. Like I said, when I get up, the camera should follow me. Whoops, wait a minute, it didn't follow me. I got to give it the signal again, I guess. Got to give it the hand signal. Let me give it a hand signal and see if it'll follow me now. Wait a minute, maybe I took it off. Let me put it back on. Now it'll follow me. Yeah, it's got a thing. It reads your hand signals there, and it'll follow you or not follow you. And there's something I can do to make it zoom in and out. I can't remember that. Y'all can just live with that. But yeah, like if I want to come over here to my old Pontiac, I can come over here and stand beside the Pontiac, and it should follow me over here. Or if I want to go over here, go behind that lift. Whoops, did it find me? I can't tell by. There it finds me. So yeah, it's fun to do. Oh man, main thing I'm gonna sit back down because my hip's been bothering me this morning. Yep, that's me. I'm a high-tech redneck. Yep. I'll tell you what, Chris. I know you saw my comments. Oh man, let me turn that camera down just a little bit there. I can manually turn it down a little bit. I know you saw my comments about the guy that came with that military truck. Ooh, I bet he had a rough ride. I mean, of course, he had some weight on it, I guess, with the camper setup he had on it. But I wouldn't want to have to drive that thing back and forth. I mean, because it looks like it would have been a rough ride. Yeah, yeah, I'm a high-tech redneck, that's for sure. Now, what possessed that guy saw your tractor online and decided to come out from Tennessee to Oklahoma to pick that up? Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, he saved on hotels and everything like that. And you know, if you got the time to do it, I imagine, if I remember right, that's that old military truck like that, the way they're geared. Unless he's changed the gear ratio in it, I bet it didn't get 5 miles to the gallon if it got that. I mean, those things were monsters on fuel. Did he say how much fuel it took? Because I know the way they used to be geared, they were pretty bad. It's 69. Yeah. Well, still, if it wasn't geared right, 69, I bet that, I wonder what his RPMs, if he's doing 69 and he could run about, 1,500 RPMs or something, it'd be all right. But if he's up there at 2,000, 2,500 RPMs, it'd be sucking out the fuel, that's for sure. Yeah, yeah. So it was probably a C7 then, I guess. If it's a small cat, it's probably a C7. I used to have a C7 or could have been a C12. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's something you got to like. Everybody's got different things like that. I've uh, I've had different pieces of equipment that only I could love, and we all have some of those sometimes. That it's a good piece of equipment for us, but not for anybody else. Yeah, yeah. Gov bids will get you in trouble sometimes, won't they? Yeah, you get to look at some of that stuff, but sometimes uh, I've had some friends that have gotten some crazy things from the government. Uh, from we're close to Fort Bragg. Fort Bragg's only about 150, 200 miles away from here, so I can go to Fort Bragg pretty easy. Track loader's running good, both of them. Well, I mean, my big track loader. I need to get out and show you all that. It's an older cat, and it's doing a good job for me. I got to get out and do a bunch more work on the farm. I'm gonna be filming some more of that stuff. My goal in 2026 is to put more videos out. I mean, I do mainly the live videos on Sundays, but my goal, I told my wife, I said, all these other people have been putting out a lot of videos and people talk about different things. And I said, I think I got just as interesting a channel as they do. And I ought to do some of the same things and maybe to pay for some of these habits that I've got, like wanting camera equipment and wanting different things. I was listening to Mike Morgan's show, The Outdoors with Morgans, this morning, and he was talking about that if you use a drone on your YouTube channel, you have to have a license because you're making money with it or whatever. I don't know. I haven't heard that. All right, I'm gonna do it, Jamie. I'm gonna do it. And I've already told Jim. So I've got this wireless mic. I've got a two mic setup, and I told Jim. I said I'm gonna wire both of us up. I said you're gonna be on some more videos, and I said maybe you'll cut your hair then. And he said nah. he'll just look trim one time a year, right around June or July. He gets his yearly haircut. The rest of the time, he doesn't. But I was doing some stuff the other day, and we were looking at the camera, and he said, "Oh my God!" He said, "Man, I'm losing my hair. I'm going bald." I said, "Well, I've known that." He said, "Yeah, but I don't look at the top of my head." Oh God, yeah, you should be able to get some good footage on that. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Joey, how are you? Are you dug out of the snow yet? I know y'all been inundated with the snow up there. Every time I see a picture from you, you got snow on the ground. Yeah, I'm glad that we've had just a little bit of snow. I mean, it was pretty good snow. It was 10 inches we had, but I'm glad it's over with. I mean, the good thing about North Carolina, snow is usually in and out. Finally, you still got a lot of snow on the ground, hadn't you? Mondami, if you go down there to New York, Mondami will give you a shovel and pay you $35, $40 an hour to shovel snow. Do you see those idiots out there doing that the other day? That was a big waste of money. Yeah, that was a big waste of money for sure. Mm. Yeah, yeah, he can get a cut of it. He can get about $1.35 uh, out of the $3 I make. Yeah. Chris will tell you, we don't make a lot of money out here on YouTube. I'm not one of the channels that makes a lot of money. I'm not, uh, uh, Comrada. What is his name? What's Comrada boy's first name? I can't think. But anyway, he's got a big channel, and Let's Dig's got a big channel. Mike Morgan's got a big channel. A lot of these guys do good. They do really well with them. And I wouldn't mind doing a little bit better on mine, that's for sure. You got $100 a couple of months back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe you get another 100 next year. That's about the way mine are. I've actually made over, I think over the past 6 years, I've made $1,400, but that's 6 years. That ain't each year. That's over a 6 year span, 5 or 6 year span. I've made. And Barbara said, "Well, you spent 3,000 on cameras and everything else, and you made 1,400." I said, "Well, I guess that was the investment, you know." So yeah, Dirt Boss is yeah, and Andrew Camarada, yeah, 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 Dirt Boss up there, Mike, yeah. What's Mike's last name? Dirt Boss. That's it's oh me, Bruce Wilson. Now who is Bruce Wilson? I don't know him. Yeah, yeah, the point and shoot, and that's what you do when you get out there. You get out there and you get lazy with that. I mean, these guys that do have a good channel, they work it. I mean, it's not easy what they're doing. I mean, they're moving cameras and all kind of things. Florida boy, I haven't seen his channel. He drives trucks. I don't know him. I don't think. Yeah, yeah. Now he does. Now Andrew does a lot of drone. So, but they say you're supposed to get a drone license. I don't know how North Carolina is on that. I mean, I think it's state to state. I don't think it's nationwide. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Maybe the snow will start melting up his way. Yeah. Have you got a drone license? I've got a drone, but I don't have a drone license. I've never. I mean, heck, I don't get mine out that much. Yeah. I mean, I'm sort of the theory. I'll wait and I mean, I don't think they require you to show your license on YouTube if you use a YouTube video. I don't think I haven't seen any. I haven't seen anywhere on YouTube where YouTube requires you to show your license if you show that film or that. I don't think they give you a strike or anything. I don't know. I haven't. I haven't investigated that. Yeah, I think it's something that the FAA can require you, but heck, I don't get mine out enough. Actually, my camera is not doing as good. It's a DJI. It's a good drone, but I could never get the camera to focus right. It worked a little bit for me, and then I got it way out of whack and out of focus, and never have tried to get it fixed. Yeah. Well, you're outcast, outlaw, you know. Yep. Yeah, I'm sort of the I do that on a lot of things, Chris. I go ahead and do what I want to do and ask for forgiveness later on a lot of things. And sometimes it gets you in trouble, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you can get away with it. I mean, that's like when I built this building. I mean, I originally built it for a barn, and then I had the inspectors come out, and they said because I mean, I had a good builder build it, but they didn't like the way I did it, and it was supposed to be exempt, but they came back with some other clause because I was too close to the city limits and all sort of stuff. They wanted me to have it inspected this way and that way, and I said, hey, okay, whatever. So, hey, James, how are you? Yeah, yeah, it's I like just getting forgiveness a lot of times. Just waking up, are you? Well, I usually wake up about 6 o'clock in the morning. I guess next week I'll with the time change and everything, I'm gonna have to wake up real early, and it'll be this will be 10 o'clock next week at when the sun's up this high. Yeah, so we'll be getting in. I'll be getting in there. I have to be getting up an hour earlier next week. Yep, next week, yeah, the time change comes through. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I think it's March 8th. Yeah, yep, we'll have that again. Yeah, but I'm ready for it. I like daylight saving time. I like getting up earlier. I like getting up earlier, and I mean I'm usually awake sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning, so I don't sleep long. Yeah, and that's the way I am too, Chris. I like being able to stretch that other hour out. It seems like. Oh, two stroke. Okay, now who is two stroke? I don't know that. I don't know that person either. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to go to bed. You don't want to have to go to bed with the chickens, do you? Well, I like sleeping too, but after I'm gone, I'll have the rest of my eternity to do that, won't I? So you when you have that permanent sleep, I don't want. I'm not looking forward to that, and I'm getting older too. So you know, my days are probably a lot shorter than a lot of y'all guys. Yep, we all have that look forward to. There's none of us going to get out of here with, like I said, you can't get around death or taxes. So it is what it is. Yep, that's right. I can sleep when I'm dead, and but I like a good night's sleep. I don't regret that, and I'm usually able to fall off to sleep fairly easy. Well, I hope we're comfortable. You know, that's like the old saying. The guy that was told about having money. He said his buddy said he said Jim, you said you ain't going to be able to take all that money with you, and he said if you did, it would burn. So you got to look at it that way too. Yeah. So if you're thinking about taking that money with you, it may not survive the trip. Yeah. Yep. It may not survive the trip. Old Two Stroke has a Detroit Diesel. Now who is Two Stroke? I don't know that channel either. Yeah. Well, I don't. I, I try to see some good channels out there. I've got a number of channels I like to watch. I don't watch very much television. I watch more YouTube, and well, sometimes I watch it on my TV. You know, sometimes I can get a real big picture of Chris out there loading up old tractors and cars and stuff, or I can see Mike Morgan, or I like Country View Acres and Just a Few Acres. Although that guy he's not putting out as many videos as he used to. some some of the YouTube guys cut back. Some of them increase. I mean, Let's Dig. I don't see how he does it. He puts out a video about every single day, and I watch his channels. Although it's a lot of the same thing. But it's interesting. I mean, I like seeing his equipment and all that sort of stuff. And I guess on these days when it's not fun to get out and work with equipment, I can watch these other guys work with equipment and kind of vicariously uh, do the work through them. Speaking of cable TV, no, I don't have cable TV. I got satellite. I don't have cable TV. You got cable, or have you? A lot of people are cord cutting nowadays and just have like just the internet and then using all the uh, options out there. Of course, YouTube. If you get YouTube TV, it's about as expensive as a cable. And then, of course, there's some others out there over the air broadcasts, and I've seen where some of these guys uh, use the Amazon the Fire Stick, and you can get a code for that and pay some people and download about every darn channel out there for you know $20 a month or something like that. I forget what it is, but I've got a buddy that does that. Huh, $50 monthly. Well, I got Spectrum up here, and I pay about 120 up here, I think. You got YouTube TV, Joey? Uh, I don't have any road trips planned. I'm trying to think. I've gone to a couple of local concerts. I went to Bristol. Last big road trip I went to was Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia. I went up there for a wedding, and I might go down see my brother-in-law down in Alabama. Maybe, I don't know. Depends. Are you going to change your provider Monday? Okay, to Spectrum or to somebody else? I mean, Spectrum does a good job up here for me. I mean, this is my best signal. I mean, I like coming up here at my shop because I've got the best signal I can get right here in my shop and out in my studio trailer out there. I mean, this is my best signal of anywhere I broadcast. 200 a month. Wow. Yeah, there's better deals than that out there. I mean, T-Mobile's got some decent deals. I mean, I don't know how strong T-Mobile is in your area. I've got a T-Mobile. I've got I've got three different service providers. I mean, I go to more of that than I do the other stuff. I got three different ones, and I got T-Mobile and Verizon wireless down at the house, and I got Spectrum up here. And I'm thinking about getting Verizon for my other shop if I can give me a good deal on something over there. Yeah, 200 a month's pretty high for a home. I mean, it just depends on what you're wanting. I mean, if you're wanting a lot of upload speed, I mean, as far as download speed, I mean, if you're not a provider, I mean, if you're not somebody that's putting a lot of videos up, and that's why I like keeping the Spectrum because I can upload a video up here fairly fast. Down at the house, it takes me a long time to upload a video. I mean, I've done it. I mean, the download speed is fairly good down at the house. The upload speed sucks. Up here now, I got good upload and download on my Spectrum, and that's why I like keeping it. So if I do get into uploading more videos, you got iNet. I don't even know what that one is, and only basic cable. Well, I mean, so you could get. I don't know what I think YouTube TV is about 75 a month now. I think that's about what it was last time I had it. I had it at one time when I had it down at the beach and everything. So I think that's about that price. And like I said, there's ways around it. You can cable cut and get some of these boxes and get all kind of channels that don't cost you anything but just having your internet service. A lot of people are doing that and getting that Amazon stick and getting those channels like that. It just depends on what you want to watch. I don't watch that much TV. I mean, we watch a little bit of the news channels here and there, and I watch one or two programs on the CBS, and the rest of them I don't even watch. I just don't. I don't have a real interest in them anymore. Oh no, I don't miss Hilton Head. Uh, I'm about $15,000 richer a year by not having to pay all that HOA fee and insurance and everything else. It was getting upwards of probably about 15,000 a year just to do the H. I mean, I had the place paid off. I mean, I didn't owe for it, but I still had to pay that darn HOA or they called it something else, but same thing, HOA fee, and you're never going to get away from that when you're in some of those areas. So that's what I didn't like. I mean, I basically told my wife, I said I can take that $10,000 or $15,000 a year and put that toward my grandson's college education, and that would be a lot better money well spent that way. And that's what we're doing. I mean, I give my grandson, I think 10 or 12,000 a year, and then his mom and dad, pay some, and then plus he's got a scholarship. So he's going to get out of college at NC State with an engineering degree with zero debt, and that's what we want to do, is to get him started off right, and I just don't want to. I don't want. I see all these young people that are strapped to these college loans and everything else. It's ridiculous, especially what some of them are getting for college. I mean, some of them getting these psychology degrees and social studies degrees and degrees that ain't worth a crap. Yeah, college is terribly expensive, terribly. I mean, and his is a state maintained college. I mean, it's state university, which is, the cheapest you can get for a 4-year degree in our state. And his college is still, oh God, close to 30,000 a year, 25 to 30,000. And, but, hopefully, through the way the family's doing that for him, he's going to be able to get out debt free. I mean, he got yeah, the poli sci major. Yeah. Now my grandson's getting an engineering degree. He's getting a degree in mechanical engineering from NC State, and I feel like he'll be able to get a job just about anywhere. And I think he'll have a degree that backs up what he wants to do. And I like the fact that he's doing that. And I don't want him to be strapped with debt. I mean, it's a crying shame. And when my son went through, now my son got some scholarship. We helped him some, and then he took out a loan. And of course, it took him. And this is one reason he wants to do it the way he's doing it, because he knows how he didn't have to struggle to pay off his debt, but it took him about 5 years to pay off his college debt when he got out. And he wanted to pay it off himself. He insisted that me and his mom didn't pay that, and I'm proud of him for that. But we're helping out his son now. Oh yeah, I know. And that's what. Well, I'll tell you something. He's got an engineering company they're already recruiting some of the college people. I mean, he's a junior in college. He's about to be, he'll be a senior this next year, and at his level that he's already got, and my grandson he's already certified in like in CAD. He's certified in CAD. He's certified in 2 or 3 things that Microsoft has, several different things he's certified in, and he's already been offered a job, a part-time job, while he's going to school, that he can do in his dorm room on doing CAD for an AI company, and he's been offered $125 an hour. $125 an hour. And I told him, I said, son, you do that. I said, instead of you playing video games for your relaxation, get out there and make $125 for 4 or 5 hours a day, or two or 3 hours a day, whatever you can do. Instead of this other mess, I said, if you're going to play on computers, do that and make you some money. I said, you can make some serious money. I mean, I don't know how much is going to be involved. I don't know how much they'll want out of him. And I know that they'll probably be gauging him to see how quick he is on doing that. But that's still a darn good opportunity. So, I mean, I said for a side hustle, I mean, if you got a side hustle and make $125 an hour, that's nothing to sneeze at. But that's what he's been offered already. and I'm very proud of him for doing that. I mean, but he's good. He's certified. This past summer, he did the CAD work and everything for his dad's company, and they had him. He does 3D modeling and everything for. He was getting parts and putting them back into 3D modeling, so all these engineers could see the 3D modeling, and he's certified in that too, to do that, so they can take it to these CAD programs, and he's going to do it for this AI company, and they're going to pay good. So be it. Take advantage of it, because AI is going to take over on a lot of things. Yeah, and he's going to get away without much college debt. He's going to get away with little or no debt when he graduates, and I'm very proud of that. Very proud of the fact that he's going to walk away with almost nothing indebted, and he's got savings already. So hopefully he saved his money that he made this last summer, and of course, one way he saves money, we always give him money when he comes home. His mom and dad are always still paying for his gas money and food and different things while he's down at school. So he's not spending a lot of his money right now anyway, and he's got money in the bank, but that's kind of where we want him anyway. I'd rather him have some savings, money in the bank, things paid for. He doesn't have a car payment. I gave him one of my company trucks. I had a real nice, it was mine. It was my company truck. And it was a nice F-150 that I was using. And I gave him that when he turned 16. And so he's had it, and it's been a real good truck for him. So, we're trying to minimize what he can do, but still realize that, he's lucky to be in the shape he is, and take advantage of these situations without having the debt. I don't want a debt-strapped grandson trying to struggle for certain things we don't want him to struggle for. I would rather him be able to take it and get ahead of the game by paying for things as he goes along, or not getting that big of a debt when he gets out. I mean, it's good to think about being debt-free most of your life. I mean, 99% of people won't. I mean, if you can get out there and sort of be debt-free, it'd be a great thing, or be low in debt. I mean, not many of us are going to be debt-free, but if you can have your debts down low, that's a good thing. Well, what's up there, guy? Oh, me. Yeah, we're just in here chatting away. Join the chat, and I try to keep everything light and everything else like that. We got elections coming up this week in North Carolina. I've got to make sure. We've got a lot of these daggum Democrats that are trying to run as Republicans to unseat our good Republicans. And we've got to watch that. I'm an independent. I don't go for Republican or Democrat. I've got it so I can vote in either primary. But this year, I'll probably have to vote in the Republican primary because we got a lot of Democrats that are trying to sneak in as a Republican and upset our good Republicans. But that's a whole different thing too. Well, guys, I've been on here about 40 minutes. I got some things to do at the house. I'm going to get down to the house, and I've enjoyed having everybody in here this morning. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see y'all next week, if God willing and the creek don't rise. So I'll see you guys.